the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed?
All right, Coach. Under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? Hey, come on. Off. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing on first down. Childress. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 data. 6. Watch the screen. Hopper. Watch the screen. Come on. 56. Mike, 56. It's our field.
On first down, Childress. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Childress. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 21 yards away. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The throw right sideline here is complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll get this down to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big time?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Waun2Smoove's got the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14.
44, Mike, 44.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Desmond King picks it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. On 1st and 10, Childress. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
56 to Mike, boys.
Looking to throw. Childress. He's got the hook up with Conley. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check. Yo, motion. Check. Shift.
Back to throw. Childress. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Yellow! Hey, pick your game up!
On play action, it's Mahomes. And an alley to run. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Chiefs nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught by Cullen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Childress. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off-play action. Childress going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Watch out for Hill on the return. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Mahomes now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. Mahomes firing complete, and he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack
is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Here we go. 44 is the mic. Attack. Check. All day, dog. Box track. Mike's Popo. Okay, double up.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Get that ball. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. 65. Right side. Popo's the mic. Mike's Popo. I got one. Hey, 15. Right side.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. I'm here all day.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Childress. He's going to go deep for Conley. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now. You better bring.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Push him back.
Operating from the gun, Childress. Caught here by Conley. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's go, B. Big series right here.
And a give this time to the tailback. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's QT. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Mahomes now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Come on, baby.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Throwing again. Childress. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Childress. And this is going to be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
He'll return it from the 6. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Come on, QB, come on.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
On first down, McGraw, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's our time. It's our time.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Watch the edge.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56. I know he ain't got it. Hey, looks great.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McGraw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Childress. He's got his man Cruz. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Childress. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
To throw again. Childress. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there of 22. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Schwartz. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
One of the game thus far. The crowd getting in. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.